Hi, I'm James, and this is BecomeHVT. When I first started this channel back in May, I knew it would be about two things, video games and fitness, and I intended on making this video immediately and posting this first, but I never really got around to it, and I started making excuses that I didn't have the right equipment, or I just didn't feel into it. I was too tired or too hungry or whatever the case was. But today I decided, no excuses, I'm going to make this video because I want to introduce myself. My name is James, and I started training back in January of 2012. When I first started, this was me. 210 pounds of cheeseburgers and beer. And it took a while. It took about a year and a half, but I lost all that cheeseburger beer weight. And somewhere along the line, I realized that I am good at two things, video games and fitness. And that's why I wanted to make this channel, because people tell me that I'm motivational and that what I did was an inspiration. I don't look at it that way. I don't see it that way. What I did was just something I did, and I did it for me. My training was for me. I didn't go to the gym with anybody. I didn't go to the gym thinking about anybody. I went to the gym and focused on myself. I learned a lot from this book, specifically this audiobook, Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind by Shinryu Suzuki. Zen has integrated into my life in ways that I didn't believe possible, and it has helped me become who I am today. It helped me learn who I am. I didn't realize before I had listened to this audiobook that I had a clear division between my image of myself and what I actually looked like. These photos are some of the few that exist of me before I had lost the weight, because I didn't like seeing pictures of myself. It shattered the image that I had of myself. When I first trained with my trainer, the very first time, back in January of 2012, I passed out. I still train with him today. He's a fantastic trainer. It wasn't his fault. It was my fault, because I thought I was capable of more than I really was. I had an image of myself that didn't meet the reality. And this audiobook, Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind, thoroughly helped me understand what it meant to simply be in the moment. I got out of my own way, and I got myself to the gym every other day for 5 months without thinking about it. I didn't weigh myself. I didn't look in a mirror. I just went. I went on the elliptical. I went on the stair machine. I went on the treadmill. When I first started going to the gym, it was an impossibility for me to run 1 mile. I tried. I failed. I failed because I tried at an 11-minute mile pace, couldn't do it, and stopped. The failure was not getting back on the treadmill. I walked the end of the mile and decided, that's enough for me. I'm clearly not a runner. I'm short and Italian. I am not a runner. So I failed for about a month and a half. I didn't run. Then I decided, you know what? I have to. I got back on the treadmill, put it on an 11-minute mile pace, and still could not run a mile. But I kept at it. I kept doing it. I brought that 11-minute mile pace down to a 10-minute mile pace. I wanted more, so I brought it down to a 9-minute mile pace. Then I made it 2 miles at a 9-minute mile pace. Then I worked on 3 miles at a 9-minute mile pace, and then started working on my 5K time. It sounds very easy to say. That took me a year and a half. So there's no such thing as quickly getting in shape. But it also isn't a race. You have to do it at your own pace. If you don't have anything in your mind when it comes to attainment, as I didn't. For the first 5 months, I didn't weigh myself because it wasn't about losing weight. It was about simply being at the gym. That's all it was. I didn't think about it. I didn't think I'm going to the gym today. I didn't leave my job thinking I'm going from here to the gym. I just simply went. I didn't say to anybody I'm going to the gym. I stopped using words and started using actions. I just did. I became the activity. Me and the activity were one single movement. I was no longer on the treadmill or on the elliptical. I was the elliptical. I was the motion. I was in the mindset that this is just what I'm doing in this moment. And when I felt fatigue during the exercise, I tried to focus on it and think, what is actually causing me to struggle? Is it the actual fatigue I'm feeling right now? Or is it the idea of the fatigue in the future? Is the idea of me running right now actually what's making my legs hurt? Or is it the pain that I know I might be in later on? And when I say pain, of course, I mean discomfort. It shouldn't actually hurt. If it hurts, please see a doctor. But it should be uncomfortable. You're forcing your body to do something that it doesn't want to do. Your body wants to sit on a couch. That's what it wants to do, because it wants to always be in that state of relaxation. You taking the step into the gym is going to buck heads with your body's own natural feeling of sitting down and doing nothing. And there were plenty of times where I got in my own head on the way to the gym from work, and I thought, oh, wouldn't it be nice, instead of going to the gym, wouldn't it be much easier to go home and finish off playing your engineer in Guild Wars 2, because you have a level to get to and you really want to level your character up, and wouldn't that just be easier? And the next thing I know, I'm passing my exit for the gym and I'm headed home. But getting out of your mind and making the activity just what you're going to do, or making the activity what you are doing instead of thinking about it, makes it much easier. And once you get there, you'll find you enjoy it more. So, what is HVT? Now, I believe it's a military term. I first saw it in a video game, but HVT stands for High Value Target. So how does that relate to training or fitness? I'm going to use a specific example from my life, and throughout my time on this channel, I may use many examples from my personal life, and I don't want you to ever think that I'm bragging or trying to boost myself up in any way. I'm going to use my own personal experiences because it's things that have happened to me and trials that I've gone through. And I'm not looking for any special attention from it. I really just want to use them as an example, or maybe even as a motivator, so that you as a viewer will understand that I do know maybe where you're coming from. I have a very specific memory of one particular training where I had gone to the gym 15 minutes before I had a training appointment, trained for a half-hour circuit training. After that, I got on a treadmill and started running, and I ran 3 miles. I mean, it wasn't extremely fast. I was kind of tired already, but I did 3 9.5-minute miles back, consecutively. Then hopped off that, and I still was pumped, and I decided that at that moment, I'm going to be the HVT. I am going to make everybody in this gym feel like they're not working out. I'm going to be the person that other people are looking at going, what I'm doing is nothing compared to that guy. So when I had that mindset, I realized what it meant to become the HVT. And I did it. I achieved my goal. I achieved my target on that day. I hopped off the treadmill. I ran over to the tire. I was doing tire flips. I was doing burpees. I was doing burpee pull-ups, crunches, push-ups, anything I can do to just keep myself as active as possible past the point of exhaustion. For me, that was my target that day. That is becoming the HVT. Now, it doesn't have to be that intense. The purpose of this channel is to find your target and to become that target. So what is this channel going to be about going forward? I'm going to split this channel up, fitness-wise, into a few different types of categories. One of them will be tips and recommendations for devices, or possibly training regimens that I've found success with over the 2.5 years I've been doing this. A lot of the regimens that I have almost had to be improvised, because maybe I was doing them at work. I don't have access to a gym at my job, so I was able to make 15-minute little high-intensity workouts to just keep myself active when I knew I couldn't get to the gym that day. I also want this channel to be very motivational. Maybe once a month I'll post a video where we can just sit down and talk about different things that keep us motivated. And again, please put that down in the comments. I read every comment that gets posted. I might not always have the time to respond to every comment. This ties into another aspect I wanted to talk to you about. I will always be 100% honest with you on this channel. I find that is extremely important, especially when we're talking about something as intimate as motivation and fitness. It's important to stay completely honest. And right now I'm looking for an apartment in Philadelphia and a job in Philadelphia, because I'm going to move there to go to the National Personal Training Institute to become a personal trainer. So that's what's going on in my private life right now. So I might not always have the time to comment, but I will always read your comments. So going along with the always being honest aspect of things, this is who I am. When I train, I'm extremely calm. I'm not one of those people who goes to the gym and trains like this. That's not me. So if you want somebody to motivate you that wears tap out hats and screams a lot. That's not this channel. If you're interested in somebody who's very calm and knows what he's doing and understands what it means to be a real person in the real world and have a job and have responsibilities and have things that get in the way of normal everyday life and stresses and things that make you furious. If you want somebody who understands all that and found a way to still make fitness work into a life, into a regular everyday life, I think you might have come to the right place. If that sounds good to you, please subscribe and hit the like button if you want. It's never mandatory. Also, hitting the thumbs down button is not mandatory either, so don't feel you have to. But if you do, which is okay, it's not going to ruin my ego too much. But just let me know why, so I can make this channel better. Because if somebody out there does like this and I can do this better, please let me know. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I hope that this channel can be helpful and help keep you motivated or get you motivated to start your own training. This channel will also contain recipes. There's a lot of recipes that maybe I didn't come up with, but I altered for my own personal taste. I added things to or subtracted things, trying to keep the calorie content low and keep the protein content high. I mean, that's always kind of been my rule of thumb. So there's a lot of different things I want to do with this channel, and there's a lot of different things that we can talk about when it comes to motivation and fitness. And then there's that whole other aspect that's going to be on this site, which is games. And right now I've been focusing a lot on the forest, like that video right there. So if you'd like to see that, you can click on that. So that's who I am. And this is BecomeHVT. I started this channel, but it is by no means just mine. This is our channel. This should be a place that we can go to help each other stay motivated. And I hope that we can going forward. So if you like what you saw, please subscribe and hit the like button. And I hope to see you next time on BecomeHVT. Thank you for stopping by.